Welcome to Budget My Week. I'm Hope and I'm so excited to take you through my monthly expenses and budget journey. My goal is to hit all my savings and investment targets without exceeding my spending limits, and I want you to be a part of it. Together, we'll get inspired to budget, save, and crush our goals. Let's start by walking you through my budget sheet. This is the monthly budget that I will be using. There are 3 tabs: monthly, summary, and annual dashboard. I'll start with summary to fill in some data so it doesn't look blank and you guys can see the vision. Starting with income, type is the income title, date range is for me to compare with the bill's due dates, the amount received, and date. Here you'll see a list of all my bills. I have everything listed in the drop down, but I'm just going to select a few so we have something to reference in the monthly tab. For the expense budget, I will set the goal I have for each category. Then the expense list will be where I record my actual transactions. Here, I'm setting the budget I want to make sure I don't surpass for groceries, gas, and guilt-free spending. Under expense list, I'll first select the category. So if it's a grocery expense, I'll enter retailer name, amount spent, and date. Same applies for gas and any guilt-free transactions. Savings. These are the saving types that I have set. So again, I'll select what I was able to save towards, then enter the amount and date I transferred those funds. For investments, right now all I have is a Roth and 401k. Select the type, enter the amount and date. Lastly, my debt. Currently, this is the only debt that I have, which is my mortgage. I'm trying to pay it off sooner by making extra principal payments. So now that we have some data filled in, we can look at the monthly tab. The first thing to notice is the months dropdown. My data is going to change based on the summary details that I entered for that corresponding month. Right now, I've only entered data for January. Everything I've entered will appear here. So here's my salary, my savings, and the total amount saved, investments, and debt paid. This is a graph that shows what I have left to spend based on my income minus all my expenses. This is just a list of all my bills. This will not change month to month. I will use this to compare it to my bills for that month and ensure I haven't missed any. I will make a full list and enter the time frames that are due in weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, or bi-monthly, and then the estimated or actual cost. Back to the top, I have my budget versus what I actually spent, a visual to see where I need to potentially make changes. Here's a list of all my expenses. So this is what I budgeted, this is what I actually spent, this is what we have left over, and then a list of all our expenses will appear here. Down at the bottom, I'll see the full budgeted amount, my actual cost, and then what I have left. The breakdown graph is another visual to see where all the money is going. 36% is going towards bills, 17% is going towards expenses, 6% going towards savings, and so on and so forth. The cash flow displays each category, how much is spent and what is left over. Here's another view of the breakdown showing how much I'm spending and the percentage. Now for the annual dashboard. Once I start filling everything in each month, I can really start seeing where my money is going and how close I am to reaching my goals. The summary lists all categories and what I have left over. The expense budget separates the goal I set for myself versus what I actually spent, and the breakdown appears in percentages. Here I have all my totals, the total income and how much has accumulated so far for each month. This way I can see when I made the most money or if there was any drastic changes in my income. Each category is broken down per month with the total showing at the top. A visual showing a list of all categories and where that money went. Here I've set some savings goals, the type of savings, the money goal I want to reach, and the amount I've saved so far. I can also view how much I have left to reach that goal and the progress I've made so far. Lastly, a visual of my budget versus actual. That's it. This is what I'll be using every month to go over with you guys as I budget my week. See you in the next video.